It's amazing how liars know how to turn things around and make it seem like it's all your fault. Coming up, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi once said this about Professor Mary de Haas.
Honorable Chair, honorable members, with respect, I don't know the person called Mary de Haas. I've never seen her, I've never met her. But for whatever reason, out of over 68 million people in this country, there are only certain individuals that get so much mileage in the public space that whatever they say, the whole country knows about it. And whatever they suggest, majority of the people in the country tend to believe it. I want to challenge and I want to request this Ad Hoc committee to invite Mary de Haas, not visually. If she's in a wheelchair, we'll bring her here. But she must come here and sit in this chair and repeat that which she wrote. And then allow the honorable members to ask her questions. I did not start at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, but I learned that she's an academician. And I'm disappointed. If I was a student of Mary de Haas, if she was a lecturer, and she would have made me pass a certain qualification, I would begin asking myself whether is that qualification credible. Because you cannot be a researcher and you have someone sending you something and you believe it to be the fact and you go and communicate it out there as a researcher, if that's what she is. That's why I'm saying I don't know her. I'm beginning to question the institution that she works for. If she's indeed, because I heard that she's at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, the province I come from, which is a bit disturbing for me. Because, honorable chair members, with respect, I think Mary de Haas is a desktop researcher, if any. That's all she does. I'm not a researcher myself, but I believe I can do better than what she's doing. She, at one stage, she accused Gerald Khumalo to be the one behind the Cindy Somakatwa's murder. Gerald Khumalo is the one that arrested the criminals. He's the one that arrested the mayor, Ndobe, of Mzimkhulu, who later was released by court and he committed suicide. He's the one that arrested the municipal manager. He's the one that arrested the convicted fellow now. He's the one who arrested everyone. But because Mary de Haas is fed by a convicted person, because once you are convicted in crime, whatever you say tend to be questionable because you've already been found guilty by court. So a person who's found guilty by court sends information to Mary de Haas and the honorable member of this parliament, Mr. Adams, and they believe that. It's just disturbing, very much disturbing. So I don't want to debate much what she's saying. I don't want to argue in terms of the letter that she wrote, but if the Minister of Police, Mr. Senzo Mchunu, took the decision to write the letter of the 31st of December 2024, disestablishing the political killing task team, being informed by Mary de Haas' complaint, then I'm going to challenge that perhaps the minister, with respect, might need to go and relearn how to manage. Because as a manager, you don't do that. You do not do that. You arrive in an institution, you seek for briefing to be given to you, and you make your calculations about things. You then decide on the way forward. For the minister to come in, the executive of the organization, they are there in his disposal. He doesn't bother engaging them. But he listens to people who are outside the institution to give him WhatsApps that are disappearing. I don't know who told him that the WhatsApp disappearing cannot be retrieved. Maybe we need to help the minister. The WhatsApp are disappearing, they cannot be retrieved. The letters of Mary de Haas and many other people that influenced him and briefed him according to the reference letter that made him to reach a conclusion. You are briefed by anyone else other than the executive of this institution. And then you take a position, you believe this is the right position. So I'll advise the minister to perhaps go and get some training somewhere about management.
And of course, some of us, when we saw how Leanne Mathis of EFF, how she exposed Mary de Haas's academic qualifications, and of course, just generally the way Mary de Haas was answering the questions at the Ad Hoc committee, getting all emotional, sometimes losing her temper, and accusing people like Mkhwanazi and Dumisani Khumalo without any evidence, to a point where Ian Cameron of DA had to reprimand her to say, hey, ma'am, you cannot accuse people without backing up your story, without evidence. Then we knew that General Mkhwanazi might have been right all along about Mary de Haas's qualifications and just her understanding of the law as a professor.
Honorable Matthys.
Thank you, Chair, and good evening, Dr. Diaz. I'm the next lot, and I'm the nicest one that you're going to have in this ad hoc committee today. Just to start off with, did you read the ad hoc terms of reference? Have you gone through the ad hoc committee, this committee that you're in now? Have you gone through our terms of reference?
Sorry, I did look at them very briefly when they came through, and as I've been explaining to people, it was not helped by the fact that I've had computer problems for the last week. My home network has disappeared, so I'm having to work between a USB and a tethered data thing. So, but I did see them, and they came through just at the time I was grappling with that, and I read them quickly.
Okay. So I just wanted to, and this is just by the way, Dr. Mary, is that we do have our terms of reference does allow us to appoint a forensic investigator. Okay. So it is something that we can do if the need arises. So just tell us, where were you born?
I was born in England.
You were born in England, and you grew up in England as well, or?
No, I grew up here, actually.
You grew up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Just some clarifications on your qualifications. You said you've got a Master of Social Science degree.
I've got a research master for my research, a cum laude one. I have a social work qualification. Mm-hmm. I have an honours and masters, and then I've got this doctorate from Rhodes, an honorary doctorate in for my work in human rights. Yeah,
okay, I got you. And then you often
a lot of publications.
Okay. And is that how you got the title of professor through your publications?
People call me that, and I would say I'm not a professor. I should have been, because I was just too busy teaching and doing this to finish a degree. But I mean, it's quite not difficult to finish a PhD, and I've published most of it. So I mean, people call me that, and they use this term professor often in America if you're an academic at university. But I didn't get the official professorship because I hadn't finished the PhD that would have got me the professorship when I was teaching. Yeah. Okay.
Let me ask you a simple question. Because you've been following this Ad Hoc committee, am I right? You've been following it.
Listen to everything. I've got too much else to do.
Thank you. Now, is General Mkhwanazi credible?
I don't believe he is. And I don't believe General Mkhwanazi is credible.
And is General Malo credible?
No, definitely not.
Is General Sibia credible?
Pardon?
Is General Sibia credible?
No, that I don't know. I haven't done enough to deal with him.
No, but
I don't know if he's credible.
No, but Doc, others you know.
Not about the case.
No, but any of the questions I've asked you now, do you have evidence for any of those?
What do you mean? The question about what I wrote to the task team about, what I wrote about the task team.
So, yeah, let's say for the task team, did you open any cases regarding it? Did you go put down or make any statements or open a docket regarding the task team allegations that you've made?
Who could I open it with?
With the police, the South African Police Service.
Well, why should I open a case?
Yeah, but that's a very convenient answer because you speak about it publicly and you condemn a whole lot of things, which is your right. But then you need to probably prove why you've condemned certain things. I might even agree with you on certain things. The point is just that you can't just haphazardly say these things in the media as though it is fact when we actually don't know if it is fact. I'm telling you now that regarding today and the questions we've asked or I've asked you regarding General Boyson, is that I would not go as far as even saying, yes, I hear what some of my colleagues say. I would sue you for defamation. You just haphazardly say things about people. We don't have that luxury because if we do that, we get ethics complaints against us. And I can refresh your memory on that as well. Are you aware that General Boyson took your allegations to High Court? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, and have you?
And you're
have you
aware
seen
that the High Court ruled? Are you aware that the High Court ruled in his favour, finding the allegations to be baseless? Are you aware of that?
They found the allegations against racketeering were based. The cases dragged on. They were withdrawn. They were sent back to the provincial DPP for an individual assessment, which I think should have happened. They should have been.
But you are aware, the point is you are aware that High Court ruled in General Boyson's favour, finding that the allegations were baseless.
When was that? That they ruled that it was baseless?
2018, I'll send you that link as well. The court, after examining the actual evidence, disproved the very gossip you have been spreading. Your campaign against General Boyson, in fact, has been legally discredited by a judge. And you've previously justified your refusal to name names by citing a right to remain silent. Am I correct?
Hang on. Is this when the charges... I'm confused.
And I share the very same sentiment with Ian Cameron of DA. You cannot just come out and just blast people and accuse people just because you dislike them or because you are pushing your handlers' narratives without evidence. And that is so elementary for the whole professor not to comprehend. And of course, that brings us to that crucial question. Is she a real professor? Or she's just an agent sent to target and discredit certain people like General Mkhwanazi and Dumsani Khumalo? To me, guys, as I've been always saying, she's clearly an agent, just like Paul O'Sullivan's. Those are ANC's agents sent strictly to discredit people like General Mkhwanazi and, of course, Dumisani Khumalo. And the whole case about the PKTT. What do you think? Let me have your comment below. And of course, if you are coming for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.